Okay, I think we're ready. Am I wearing pants? Am I? What? Hello, folks. So I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to hang out with you guys, and whoever shows up for the live stream, we'll do the normal AMA and answer questions about whatnot, what the things, and we've got a little Diet Mountain Dew here on account of I will very briefly handle an unloaded firearm, the bolt locked open, so that we can take a look at what it is that we are discussing today. Oh, you know what? I should move my. Hang on a second. There's a reason I didn't put this guy over here before. So I'm going to move myself over here, away from my watermark. Sorry. Is that better, guys? And this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to do this offset mount. Now, not so much the optics as the mount itself, actually. It's like 30 bucks, I think. I'm not sure. Um, I'm not going to do any sort of links or any of that sort of thing because I don't need the YouTube NPCs declaring me to be verboten. But you can see here, this is fairly simple concept. You know what an offset mount is and all that. You know all that. But what's cool about this is all it does is it replaces the claw side of the mount that came with your micro prism. So it's a really compact, elegant solution, I think. Anyway, I did a sort of tabletop review on the thing with lots of really tight, close-in, I consider pretty decent B-roll. My thoughts on it and whatnot, and I decided I'm really tired of how um, limiting YouTube has become lately. Whether it's for ARFCOM or for my own channel, it just I spend a lot of time thinking about, oh well, I can't say this or I can't do that or I can't show this. Why? Wait a minute. Why is this so enormous? Sorry. I should have my shit together before I show up. Anyway, I'm just so tired of all of that. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to make a video the way I want it to be. So I edited, just the way I wanted it, regardless of what YouTube would like, and I posted it to my Patreon. And if you want to join for $1, you can see that and a whole bunch of other stuff. I have pretty much always put all of our raw high speed. If you want, you've got access to all of the raw high speed gel test footage from like forever. Well, not forever. There's a lot of it anyway. It's like $1 a month. Um, I like money. You want access to that stuff? Give money, please. But for YouTube friendly stuff, let's do it this way. I'm gonna play this Outer Worlds a little bit just because it's one of those games I can kind of screw around in and not have to pay too much close attention to it. You guys want some questions answered about it could be the offset mount or I don't know. Let's say anything on this rifle, pistol, whatever this thing is. Be real careful not to let this slidey part touch my shoulder. But we got this flatline sling. We got the 3X micro prism with the ACSS Raptor and the RS10 red dot. We can talk about that. We can talk about the Nova. That's the one that has the fairly simple BDC reticle without a lot of ranging features. It just has the shoulder ranging features, none of the extra stuff that you usually see in um, in the ACSS reticles. Hey, can y'all hear the game audio? Did I get mod wrench even no what? Can I get mod wrench even though I didn't? I don't know what that means. Can I get mod wrench? Sorry. Um, so the reticle on it doesn't have all the extra features that you usually see in the ACSS with the wind leads and the horseshoe and all of that stuff. However, it does have a center dot that's just bright as hell. Am I going the right way? Yeah, up over there. Okay. Go to the green thing. So they have a little fiber optic inside of it that and we handled it at shot. I don't know if you saw the ARFCOM video, but it it's not like fiber optic like the ACOG where it gathers ambient light. It it is powered by the LED, but normally in an etch and fill reticle you have the LED illuminates an etched, essentially scratched up portion of the glass, so a lot of the light energy from the LED is lost, just scattered around inside the scope. That's why etched reticle scopes are just never as bright as like an aim point, for example. Everybody compares, is it daylight bright, and they always compare rightfully, to the aim point. Is it aim point bright? This thing is for real. It's um, there's a little fiber optic in the second. The reason it has to be second focal, well, it doesn't have to be second focal plane, but the reason it is and makes sense. Did I pass my turn? No, keep going. Is that fiber optic that delivers the light at the end there? It's a physical thing that exists in the second focal plane. So when you if you were to magnify that in the, I heard something. Oh, is it? It's probably just a sprat. Is it just a sprat? So you magnify that, and obviously the reticle, everything gets bigger. Yay. What optics would you put on the SCAR rifles if you had? Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, it's notorious for beating the dumb. Can I say? Can I sit? Can I say sit in a live stream? I don't know. Can I have some money? Oh, it's probably. I'll bet you that's not even. I bet you I don't even have monetization enabled. Is it on? No, of course it's not. How about I turn that on? There we go. To answer the question, mm, probably these micro prisms would be real high on the list. There, that or ACOG, aim point. I think they do. I think aim point does pretty well on scars. But yeah, they're notorious for killing optics, right? I don't have a scar. I mean, I got lots of scars, but I don't have a scar rifle. There's gold in them hells. EOTech is held up on 16, 17. Yeah, I ha I did I took the credit and took the check, the rebate for my EOTech. Uh, no, surprise, cockfag. Yeah, EOTech. Took the rebate. I don't really trust them. I don't like them. They haven't changed all that much in, for I shouldn't say I don't trust them. Somebody would be like, "Oh, Andrew hates EOTech." It's just I don't feel like they're a good intersection of price and quality for me. Like they were, 10, 20 years ago, but they haven't changed much and they're still doing the same thing and I mean, we're at a point now where even cheap Chinese sites um, can deliver pretty decent, can be pretty robust. So yeah, I mean, if you have an EOTech, I'm sure it's still working fine. It's not like they stop being useful. I hate this idea that people have that like, oh, there's a new thing out, and now this thing that I had before doesn't do what it's still doing the same thing. It's still working. Oh, here, let me just check my texts in the middle of the live stream. So, if you want to see that full video on the offset mount, um, do the Patreon thing for $1. If you like pews and pew related things, I like money. Dollars not that much. I think it's a pretty darn good deal. Um, I guess I could throw a link there in the chat. What for the Patreon? People always saying, "Oh, you need a subscribe star or this or that," and or you need to upload your videos to Rumble or some other platform. That's a fun one. Let's do. That's a fun topic. So like a year or two ago, Paul transferred like a lot of our stuff to Rumble. Uploaded a bunch of. We were going to start, parallel uploading, doing all the things all the time. Where the hell do I get? How do I get to there? Probably up this way. He had a video that was tried to schedule it, and it it just published immediately when he hit schedule instead of scheduling. So we can't really trust that the platform will work. alternative stuff. Even if the UI works, even if the platform does what it's supposed to do, there's always this chicken and egg. You're always chasing I mean, you guys are here. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, but the only people that follow the stuff that I do outside of my ARFCOM job are here on YouTube. So where am I gonna go? And I don't know if you guys actually watch stuff on Rumble or whatnot, but it's not friendly fire. What's that? Point of interest discovered. Okay, so I get the thing. So, yeah, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna? Where are we gonna see good content? The sites like Rumble and whatnot just don't like. I've tried watching videos on them, but they don't really recommend things. And they end up being their own echo chamber. Um, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't hold a lot of the same um, social views that other people in this gun world do. I'm a lot more. I don't give a shit what anybody else does. It's none of my business. You do you, boo. Just leave me alone. And a lot of people want to engage in all that culture war nonsense, and you go to those places like Rumble and you see a lot of this echo chamber self-reinforcing, and like I was saying the other day in the news, if we want to be effective at two-way propaganda, we have to be out here in these spaces. I mean, there's like one there's one of you watching right now. But if we do these things and we advocate for gun rights, um, it normalizes it shifts that Overton window. We're not doing that when we go off and we bifurcate and we hide in all of our little echo chambers. Um, but thanks for Mr. FN Herstall. Clearly not a fan of the FN Fabrique Nationale and all that. Clearly not simping for FN. Thank you for showing up. Nobody else did. Aren't really any other questions there, so I'll play this for a little bit, and if nobody else jumps in, then I'll jump off. But it was good talking to you guys. Exhilarating Adventures of Archibald, Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the Attack of. Okay. Yeah, got a comic. This the campaign on this game felt like the plot felt really thin. I I, I really enjoyed the gameplay and the art style I and the variation in the worlds was I felt like there could be more because it felt like they kind of reused the same palettes and stuff on different planets, and the different planets didn't feel as different as I guess they could have been, but overall it was a really fun game. I just wish the plot was more interesting and less predictable. Oh, there's two of you here now. Hello. Like I was saying, um, I'm I posted a video tabletop review of this little offset mount from Primary Arms, and if you'd like to watch it and a whole mess of all of our raw high-speed gel test videos and all that sort of stuff, it's all up there on Patreon. Costs $1. If you have any questions and whatnot, you can post them here in the live stream. Don't need to do no like super chat or anything. There's two of you here if you want to talk about that Nova, the new Nova scope with the fiber optic daylight bright aim point bright kind of thing. What is that? Or just hang out and watch this for a minute. This is part of the DLC, the whatchamacallit, peril on whatever freaking planet it was. Oh, that's right, I can fast travel. Why am I running? This was one of the cooler swag things that we got. Oh, I guess, you know what? Well, I'm here. Okay, so here's the thumbnail for that video. I thought that was kind of rad. You like that? I like that. And here's another look at that mount. It's just a quick little screen grab, but that's what we're talking about here. I prepared those in advance in case I needed them. I did some homework. You're welcome. You're welcome. But I don't have to admit owning China Optic with it. Well, I guess. But I mean, where is EOTech made? Are they made? I think they're made here. Aimpoint. Aimpoint is Sweden. Um, the whole thermal drift thing, the battery shutting. I have always disliked um, just the way the buttons work, the interface works. I like um, the auto off and the battery life, and that sounds something big over there. Like from the beginning, you would. So, so if you push when you turn the sight back on, like even way back in the day, it doesn't just come back on at the same um, the brightness level that it was on the last time. So like every time you turn it on, you got to like turn it back up. You know, it's that sort of stuff that makes it less convenient to use, I think. I don't know. I'm not totally opposed. I mean, it's got lots of cool stuff going for it, like the whole holographic dot being still apparent one MOA even with a magnifier. So like if you do want to use um, a oops. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. If you do want to use like a red dot holographic, whatever, if you want to use a magnifier arrangement, it makes a lot more sense with the Neotech than it does with an aim point or any other reflex sight, because when you magnify a 4 MOA M68 dot, it the dot gets bigger, the target gets bigger, everything gets bigger. Um, it's still 4 MOA on the target. And it's not, but it's similar to like a second focal plane uh, LPVO in the sense that Surprise, cockfag. Oh, but when you magnify an EOTech, or I guess any other, if because I think right now, I think who else has a holographic site? But EOTech and I think Vortex are legit the only companies that make an actual holographic site. How the hell do I get up there? Do I do an elevator thing? No, just keep following around. Think. No. Yep, that's what I need. I need the elevator right here. Okay. Do I need an elevator? Yes, you need an elevator. So when you magnify the reticle on a holographic site like an EOTech, the reticle doesn't get bigger. The apparent size of the dot stays the same for the user. So where the hell is? I was way back there. Wait, that way? Okay. The way I was going. So so all that means so essentially the dot size shrinks when you use a magnifier, or at least it shrinks relative to the size of the target. Hollow Sun, I've got I like their I like that ACSS Vulcan reticle that has the big circle thing around it that helps, not chase the dot and all that. But I I don't think it's a stretch to say that they're not remotely on the same level as Aimpoint, EOTech, etc. Um, if it says anything, I have it mounted on my Mark IV. you know, um, I think the build quality of the primary arm stuff is better than Hollow Sun. I think that Hollow Sun stuff is pretty robust nowadays. That like quote unquote cheap Chinese stuff is not nearly as cheap as it used to be. Um, I think I think that a lot of the manufacturers have kind of figured out how to make decent quality, I mean, good enough anyway. Wow, guy's a freaking bullet sponge. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's just take some drugs in the middle of the firefight. There he is. How is that not a hit? I think some of the Chinese manufacturers are better at producing, good enough stuff. I think some of the U.S. Um, con, the like the U.S. companies like Primary Arms, where they contract with Chinese, Japanese, and other manufacturers. I think some of them are better at caretaking those relationships and making sure that they continue to get decent quality products out of them, um, than others are. But then, there's a lot of, like, the Sig Romeo and the Holosun are made in the same factory, right? Like, I mean, it's very clear. It is clear it's the same site. It's the same factory. It's the same. No, does that mean that it's assembled using the exact same materials? Uh, Talking with some people in the industry, one of the things that really sets, probably have to go around that way, huh? Oh, I totally have to use the stupid ass bridges all the way around. Ugh. Where am I going? I want to go south. How do I can't go that way. What? Oh, yeah, because I gotta, all right. Gotta follow it around. I thought it was straight that way. It's not straight that way. So talking to some of the people in the industry, I found out, I didn't know. One of the biggest things that separates the quality between products is, the and changes the price a lot too, is the adhesives that are used. Some of them just, the ones that have nice, that retain their qualities across a wide spectrum of, temperatures and humidity and whatnot, are more expensive. Oh, that was effective. No, actually, that's not what you did, but I'm glad you feel good about it. That was sloppy. Actually, I think offset mounts are goofy. Yeah. Holosun, most high dollar, Western optics. Pause. Yeah. Holosun makes, reflex sights. I don't think they make an actually holographic sight. That'd be cool. That'd be a fun mod. Is some, cause yeah, her hip firing the LMG and screaming has a very Vasquez feel to it, doesn't it? Hey Vasquez, anyone ever mistake you for a man? No. How about you? Ha ha ha. Yeah, I would love to reskin a bunch of shooters in, Aliens or, Starship Troopers. That'd be fun. Romeo for us is go anywhere in the world to find. Okay. One of the things that makes aim points so crazy expensive is the water immersion rating. 50-meter doesn't come cheap. Yeah, that's for real, dude. Like, the there is a difference between Aimpoint and a lot of the other makers, but, back to that 80/20 rule, if I can get 80% of the utility for 20% of the cost, that's some easy math. And I feel like, some of the budget makers do deliver that. The problem is, a lot of those, um, a lot of the cheap Chinese sites are just garbage. And there is a lot of range of quality, and, like, you never know if you're more likely to get a lemon with the cheap Chinese sites with uh than with aim point, for example. That's another component of cost that often gets overlooked, whether it's optics or guns or whatever, is that one thing that's kind of hidden from the consumer is the cost of good quality control means that some of the things that you spent money to make, some of the widgets that you created, get destroyed in the testing process, and some of them have to be rejected by quality control for one reason or another. If you're making things and then throwing them away, um, then they cost more, you know. And if you don't have as extensive a QC and you're not throwing away those things, then you're not losing as much money. Kelly Johnson says he's prone in this 80/20 rule. Skunk works. Oh yeah, yeah, for real. Actual QC, yeah, QC does cost money. Yeah. Uh, okay. Wait, I didn't actually read it. What was the name of the Mantis Mastermind second in command? Agent Buff Hardman. Biff Hard Punch. What was it? Failed. Okay. Ah, I got one wrong. Okay, whatever. I'll have to Google that. But it was good hanging out with you guys. Thanks for showing up. The couple of you that did. The one dude that's still here. I will do this from we'll do this from time to time, but the main thing here is that I feel like this is YouTube friendly, and it's a way for me to tell you that I think what I'm going to do is when I create a video for Patreon, I'll probably do a quick live stream, answer some questions about the video. But if you want to see it, go over to Patreon, give me a buck, cancel your membership the next month, whatever. Be like that. But man, times are hard, dude. Like, stuff is expensive, and my vehicles keep breaking down, and you know how it be. I love you.